Before I start, I just want to say I am really honored to be here. As someone who has been watching TED Talks for a long time, this feels really unreal to me to be invited here. So thank you for having me. Before I start, let me just give you a quick introduction about myself. My name is Careen, and I've been blogging for over 14 years now. Don't try to guess my age, okay? I'm about your age, we're the same generation. And in these 14 years, many things have changed. I've grown from a schoolgirl to a university student, and I married my high school sweetheart. And I have a son now named Tyler, who is 19 months old soon. And I recently pursued my dream and started a bridal boutique just a few months ago called The White Atelier. So yes, this is my beautiful family. And oh, this is my bridal studio. Yeah, if you're getting married, you know who to find. Just kidding. And this is my blog now. So over the years, my blog has changed many times. I've also grown over the last 14 years. But one thing has stayed the same, and that is my love for blogging. I love blogging not because I love writing, but I love sharing my life on my blog. Because I know that when I share my life, someone out there may be inspired or may be encouraged, and I just want to share my story so that someone else can get encouraged by it. So that is my motivation behind blogging. Alright, so when people ask me, so Careen, what do you do full time? I struggle with that because how do I introduce myself? The most common and least cringe-worthy reply would be that I am a blogger. But really, how does that define a blogger? Anyone who owns a blog on Blogspot or WordPress is a blogger, right? So there are so many blogs on the internet, some no post one, you know, some from like 10 years ago, but they are still a blogger, they still own a blog. So that makes me no different from the millions of blogs out there. So how do I introduce myself? Then the people in the media industry, they are very kind to give us a very fancy name. So they call us the KOL. Anyone knows what KOL means? It means Key Opinion Leader. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. It's very flattering because Key Opinion Leader, does that mean that my opinion is highly valued? That sure sounds like it, but really, it is nothing more than an industry jargon because that does not mean that my value is more high, my opinion is more highly valued than anyone else's. It's just a name. And then the Instagram phenomenon came about. So people like us who have a little bit of blog following and social media following, we are now called the social media influencer. Honestly, I hate the term social media influencer. And I really feel like I cringe at it. Whenever anyone says, oh yeah, Careen is a social media influencer, I'm like, ugh. I don't like it. And I really feel like this term is flawed on so many levels. I will go into that later on, but for now, how do I become a social media influencer? I have been asked this question for so many times over the last few years. Friends and strangers alike would ask me this question because from what they see, life looks pretty good on the other side, you know. What we do is, you know, you just post a photo, write some stuff about it, and then we get paid. It looks pretty easy, life looks pretty good. It looks like a dream job, right? But honestly, it is not like that. And yes, back to how to become a social media influencer. And there is actually really no hard and fast rule to go about it. I wish I knew that I would have 1 million, 10 million followers right by now. But no, there is no hard and fast way of becoming a successful social media influencer. You can try to take a photo in a certain way, you know. You can edit your photos with a certain VS Code filter. You can arrange your Instagram feed in a certain theme. You can craft your caption with the most inspiring quotes from Pinterest. You can include hundreds of trending hashtags, but that does not guarantee that you will be a well-celebrated social media influencer. So while there are no foolproof ways to becoming a successful social media influencer, let me share with you a few truths about social media itself. You don't get to choose your followers. Your followers choose you. Unless, of course, if you decide to go down the cheat road of buying fake followers, then yes, you can decide who your followers are. You guys know these things exist, right? Yes, but of course, you can't get to choose who likes you. Out of so many interesting accounts on Instagram, out of so many millions of videos uploaded on YouTube every single day, what is it that makes people decide to click on the follow button and click on the subscribe button? The answer is to be yourself. Now, I know this is a very cliche thing, and you're here, you want to hear something new, right? You want to get industry insights, right? But why am I telling you something that you've heard 100 times before? But really, there is no hard and fast rule. The secret is to be yourself. Aren't you happy that some of your favorite social media influencers or celebrities, they didn't decide to be like somebody else? In this whole world, there can only be one Xia Xue. There can only be one Ryan Higa. There can only be one Wong Fu Productions. Anyone who tries to be like that will be labeled a copy. I'm very glad that Ryan Higa didn't decide to become like somebody else, because if he decides to be like somebody else, he wouldn't be how he is today. And I'm a huge fan of his videos. Anyone else? And I really love his sense of humor. So I am very glad that he decided to be himself. And that is the way to go. You just have to be yourself. Create your own unique content. Every one of us, we have something special to bring online. Maybe it's your story. Maybe you have a certain skill, or you have some creative artworks that can show. You can publish on your Instagram. Or maybe some of you have really good fitness tips, or makeup tips, or lifestyle hacks. Whatever it is, you have something unique to offer. So be yourself. Don't try to be like everybody else. I'm gonna throw you another cliche quote. Be yourself, because everyone else is already taken. It is not as glamorous. Everyone keeps saying, yeah lah, your blogger's so glamorous, you look so good all the time on your Instagram, and you get so many freebies all the time, and people know you. It is not as glamorous. So today's theme is multiverse, right? So let me take you into my world and show you the behind the scenes of what happens when you are a social media influencer. So basically, when we post reviews and ads on our Instagram and Facebook and blog, they are called sponsored posts. Okay, this is the industry jargon, sponsored post. So how sponsored posts start is clients will usually send us an email telling us, hey, hi Careen, I'm blah 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 from which agency or which company, and I'm interested to engage you for this campaign, or for this collaboration, or for this project, for this event. These are the words that they use. And they'll usually tell me, okay, this is the timeline. We are looking at 3 postings throughout the next 1 month, and these are the directions. First, you post with the product in a lifestyle way. Be as natural as possible. Don't be too hard sell, but show my product. Make sure the logo is visible. Don't say anything bad about it, but be honest. Don't mention competitors. Don't show competitor brands. There are many, many directions. So we receive a brief with all these details. When is the posting date? When we should submit our draft to the client. So because we are engaged, we get a certain remuneration, right? So we get our products, and sometimes we get payment, and sometimes we get both. So because we are on a professional working relationship, we have to make sure that the client gets what the client expects, right? So as long as the client is not happy with the photo, we will have to keep resending until they're happy. It is not as easy as taking photo, write something good about it, post it up and get paid. It is not like that. Same goes for captions. Sometimes our captions get revised again and again. And some clients, they are very easygoing, so they will say like, okay, I just need you to post on this date, regardless of the time, that's fine. Some clients are quite particular about the time, so they'll tell you, okay, Careen, this posting needs to go up at 1:15 p.m. Yeah, to target the lunch crowd, some they prefer the rush hour crowd, some prefer the night crowd. So when we get clients who are particular and some who are more relaxed, some clients pay us within 1 week. Some take longer. Some take 3 months, some take 6 months, some take forever, some go missing. Yeah. This has at least happened once to most of us. We don't get our payment or our clients just disappear. So these are the things that probably you've never heard of because people outside of this industry will not usually get to know. But what I'm trying to say is, it is not as glamorous. It is not as glamorous. It is all curated. Everything you see on social media is not candid. When someone tells you, candid picture, don't trust her. It's not candid, Candid picture is never pretty one, okay? Candid laugh is never pretty, Oh, I was eating and somebody took my picture, candid. But it's not candid. Don't trust them. It is never accidental. Nothing happens by chance. Everything that you see on Instagram, on those squares, have been carefully planned and curated to represent the branding that they want you to see. I want you to see me as a happy-go-lucky girl next door. All my photos have a big white smile. I'm always happy. I'm always having brunch. I'm always having spa. I am always chilling. I'm like, wow, life is great. I have a perfect relationship. Everything is curated. But is it wrong for them to curate their Instagram that way? It is not their fault. Because everybody wants to portray their best side, right? Nobody wants to put up sad moments of their tears like crying, I'm sad today. Nobody wants to do that, Then they'll be labeled as attention seeking, right? So we cannot please everybody. So nobody is at fault at this. So now that we know people want to post happy things on social media because they just want to remember the happy things, so us as the viewers, we have the responsibility to tell ourselves that it is all curated. Nothing is the full picture. It is not a full picture. When you see somebody posting about their recent vacation, keep on throwing back their old photos from their vacation, then you feel like, wow, this person always on vacation, so good. Then I'm here, still studying, no money. But it's not true. This was probably from 3 years ago and they're still throwing back their photos because they took so many photos, And they feel like the world needs to see it. It's so much hard work. They edited already, they must show you. It is not the full picture. Like many things that you see online are the happy moments, the highlights. The birthday party, oh so good, my friends throw me a surprise birthday party, marriage proposals, fancy dinners, what else? Oh, a new sneaker that just dropped and I just bought it. Yeah, my first one in Malaysia. And all these are the highlights. The happy laughing baby. But nobody shows you the times when they argue with their partners, when they dig into their savings, when they eat zappan for lunch, when they get a sleepless night because their baby keeps crying non-stop at night. Because somebody asked me before, like, Careen, what do you mean you argue with your husband? You look like you have the perfect marriage online. When I heard that, I was so shocked. I was speechless. And that got me thinking, was it my fault for posting our happy photos online, that I paint such a perfect picture of my life that people think my life is flawless? Then I really thought about it, and I came to a conclusion that no, it is actually not really my fault, because everybody wants to post happy things, right? Nobody wants to post sad things, and then you get Facebook remind you, you were so sad 1 year ago. Everyone wants to remember the highlights, the happy things, so it is not our fault. So us as users, we have to remind ourselves that it is not the full picture. It is all curated. Don't do it for the money. Everyone tells you the same thing for every career, right? Yeah, do it for passion. Do it because you like it, not because of the money. Because when you do it for the money, it shows. When you do it for the money, you are impatient. You cannot wait. And then whatever you do becomes fake. So I know some Instagrammers who are doing very well on Instagram, and they're earning money from their Instagram and Facebook. And then they feel like, I want to earn more. So they started a blog. So they want to be a blogger, so then they can earn more income, side income from blogging. But all they blog about are products and ads and ads and ads and ads. Who wants to read ads all the time? It is like an online billboard full of ads. It's just like walking into a cinema and all they show you are 2 hours worth of ads. Nobody likes that. And it will backfire when clients see that your content is like that and then nobody actually reads your blog anymore. They won't pay for you to blog about their products. And when they don't pay you, everything backfires. It doesn't work when you do it for the money. So do it because you like it, do it because you enjoy it, do it because you have a passion for it. So how to enjoy social media without getting unhealthy? Any one of you have actually wondered before, like, why do we enjoy being on social media so much? I have wondered because sometimes I realize that whenever I have some free time in my hands, at a traffic light or at home when I just got back and I just sit on the couch, the first thing that I do, I just pick up my phone and I open the Instagram app and the first thing is to check who liked first, who liked, what the likes, and ooh, new followers, ooh, new comments. Okay, finish checking all the activity already, then I'll go and see, okay, who update new things. Oh, nice, this photo is nice, like. I become very fidgety. I don't actually read the captions and look closely before I like. I'm just restless. So I just alternate from one app to another. Instagram, okay, finish updating already, see or all finished already. Then I'll open the Facebook app. Same thing. And then daily, okay, and then read a few posts and then back to Instagram, Facebook, daily. This can go on for 3 hours and without me realizing. This has happened before. Like my husband go yang chao with friends, right? I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep myself company at home. I need some rest. I'll read a book, maybe, rest early. And then the next day, hey, you come back already. Yeah, it's been 3 hours. Oh, and I'm still sitting there on the couch. So, why do we love being on social media so much? It is because when we get a positive response from people, a like, a comment, our brain sends a signal that we are doing well, we are accomplished, we are successful. And then we receive these reward molecules that we get when we do certain things in life, like exercising or setting a goal and achieving a goal. So we feel accomplished, we feel happy. So when we receive a like, a new follower, a new comment, a new view, we are like, oh my god, we get an emotional high. As much as social media gives you happiness, makes you feel accomplished, it can also make you feel down and bring your self-esteem to a whole new low the next second. So I have a story to share, and I have a confession to make. Being someone who makes money from social media, and I live and breathe social media for so many years now, I take numbers very seriously because clients are all about numbers. Why should I pay you? Your followers are not as high as that person. It's all about numbers. It's all about engagements, likes, comments, right? So I always told myself, numbers are important. I must make sure that I do well with my numbers. Then I have a group of blogger friends who one day came up to me and say, hey, have you heard of this app? This person unfollowed me. I'm like, huh? How you know? Then they're like, huh? You never heard of this app? So I was introduced to this app. Anyone heard of it? All this laughing one sure got. Right? So this is a followers app. And apparently this app is so awesome. It shows you how well you're doing, how well each post is doing, which is your best performing post, and which is the how well you're doing for this month, how many new followers, how many new comments. Yeah, it shows you all these things, but it also shows you who unfollowed you. It shows you who exactly unfollowed you. I was like, oh my gosh, I need this app. I need to know the truth, right? I always tell myself that I'm the kind, right, if my husband cheat on me, I must know. I want to know the truth. You don't hide from me. Some girls, they will say, no, if my husband cheat on me, I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. But I'm the kind, I want to know so that I can fix the problem, right? So I told myself, I need to know who unfollowed me so that I can fix the problem. So at first I used this app. No, I really enjoyed it. Like when strangers unfollow me, I didn't feel a thing. Like I don't know them. It's okay. Until I started seeing acquaintances and friends appearing on the unfollow list. And then I get shocked. The first time I saw it, I was like, am I seeing it wrong? Like, why would my friend unfollow me? Then all these questions started to come into my head, like, what did I do wrong? Did I say something wrong to that person the other day? And all this nonsense started to cloud my head. Is my photo so ugly that she has to unfollow me? Am I not hipster enough to appear on his timeline? Am I too happy? Then, too happy for his mood, he likes minimalist stuff, but I'm too mainstream. Or maybe because of that, maybe it's the filter that I use is too bright. I ask all these questions, and I keep bugging my husband and my sisters and ask them, what is wrong with my feed? Look at my feed. What is wrong? Is it too many face photos? I don't have enough flat lay, is it? I don't have enough far shots, too much of my face, too much of baby, I became crazy. I became so unhappy. I use social media because it is a job and I was controlled by it. Each time my likes go up, comments go up, a post does well, people started to follow me, I get an emotional high, I feel so great. The next second I can feel like my whole world is shaken. Like, why is my friend unfollowing me? Why am I doing so badly? What is wrong? I keep asking myself. So the primary response when this happens is that I will ask myself a lot of questions. I'll ask myself why. And then I'll feel like, okay, I also unfollow you.
Wow.
Because you unfollow me, I unfollow you. But I also quite thick skin, no. I also want people to, I don't want people to see me like revengeful. Because it's very obvious, right? If they unfollow me, I unfollow them, they also know. Then they're like, wow, this Careen so loser, go and keep track of her followership. So I didn't want them to know. So I'm like, but I cannot let them know I'm like that. Never mind, I continue to be the bigger person and I continue to follow them.
Why not block them? Why not
Because
block?
I still want to see their things, So I become like that. And then one day, as I was chatting with my sister, she was telling me that she deleted the app. I introduced it to her. Then I was like, why did you delete such an awesome app? No other app shows you such things. And then she's like, yes, but it made me unhappy, so I'm going to delete it. I was like, that's a good point. But I want to know the reality so that I can fix it, right? So yeah, I continued using. But as I was reflecting on my life last year, end of last year, I was setting my New Year's resolution. And then I was telling myself, okay, I want to be happy this year. I really want to be happy. I want to spend quality time with my loved ones. I want to give them the fullest attention that they deserve. I don't want my emotions to sway up and down, left and right, just because someone decides to unfollow me. So I told myself, I'm going to get rid of this monster in my life. That monster is the app, right? So I deleted the app since 1st of January 2017. I never touched it, I never re-downloaded it. I don't know who unfollowed me, and I don't care. Thank you. I realized that when you take control of things that control you, your life will change. Maybe today social media is something that affects you so greatly. Maybe it's the things that people say and think, about you that controls you, limits you, makes you unhappy. And I want to encourage you, if that is social media, go on a social media break. Delete the app for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year if you need to. Regain perspective of why you want to use social media. Is it because you enjoy using it, or is it because you want to prove something? Or is it because you're controlled by it? Sometimes when my emotions are not right, I know that I'm feeling negative. I try not to go on social media because that will only make me even more upset at the end of it. I never get happier. If your emotions are not in the right state, don't go on social media because everything that you see will be a comparison. Every happy moment that other people have, instead of being genuinely happy for them, you'll compare and you'll feel jealous. So if you need, take a social media break, come back happier and healthier. going to end really soon, but back to why I hated the term social media influencer. It is because really at which point of your following that you are considered influential? Is it because when you hit 10,000, then you are like, oh, whatever you say matters? Is it when you hit 50,000, 500,000, 2 million, 30 million? At which point are you considered influential? There's no measure to it. Influence is not measured by numbers. It is not measured by your followers. Influence is measured by the trust that your audience has towards you. So for example, if I see a friend, not a social media influencer, just 100 followers, she shared something about a new cafe that has just opened. The food looks great and she says great things about it. It makes me feel like I want to visit it, right? Have y'all? Yes? Yeah. I'm not the only one getting influenced by food, right? So, does that mean my friend is a social media influencer? But she only has 100 followers. It doesn't matter. You would trust a friend who says a good thing about certain product, certain place, more than a social media influencer with 500,000 followers that you have no trust and relationship with, right? So you are a social media influencer. You may only have 50 followers. Or 10. But you are a social media influencer. Whatever you say, whatever you post online has an influence. It has a power to change somebody's life, somebody's view. You have the power to inspire somebody, you know. And it is really my wish that we look out of social media. I know it's weird coming from me because I live and breathe social media, but honestly, I really don't care about social media already. Yeah, I've stepped out of it, and maybe some of you need to step out of it. So, it is really my wish to see that more people would focus on becoming real-life influencers than social media influencers. Because you may have 500,000 followers on Instagram, but zero influence in your life. Zero influence towards the people around you. You have so many people that you can impact in a positive way, and it's not just on social media, it's people sitting next to you, people that you meet every day. So I really want to encourage you, go out there, create something good, you know, be a positive influence, use your voice in a positive way. Yeah, and that's all from me. I hope that my short sharing has given you a new perspective on social media, and I really hope that you will enjoy using social media in a healthy way. Thank you.